Okay.
Pre-launch starts today, A21, y'all. Get connected.
Okay. A is for attitude. And every personal development expert out here will tell you it takes 21 days to develop a habit. Wow. So we've got to start working on ourselves to change our way of thinking. And this will help you in your business life, and this will help you in your personal life. So, because if you can adjust your thinking, you can certainly change your circumstances.
Right.
Now, these are attitudes that you will have to learn. And as I said, it takes 21 days to develop that habit. If you practice and you cultivate those attitudes, you will develop a good and positive habit. Now, attitudes is the cornerstone of how you choose to move through your life. And only you can make that choice. Now, there are 4 stages of learning, because I know this is going to be all new to you guys, because you're used to the microwave. Mm-hmm. You're used to saying, I need it right now. How can I get it fast? That kind of thing. But if you truly want to change your life, you got to change your way of thinking. Now, there are 4 stages to learning. Now, those 4 stages, and I'm sure that we can all agree, that in order to learn something, you got to read.
Right,
Can
exactly.
Can we agree on
yes,
that?
Yes.
Okay,
that's the first step.
Okay, yeah. So it's learning knowledge. Right. You have to go out and seek it. Okay, the next thing you have to do, the second stage, is activity knowledge. You're going to have to practice what you learn, whether, and you're going to have to practice it just day in and day out. Activity, that is that practice. And you've got to master it to the point where you can model it. You can model it to everybody around you. And if you're developing that habit, everybody's going to see, because I don't care what anybody says. Somebody is watching you all the time. So you have to be on your P's and Q's. You have to be at your best, because you never know when an opportunity is going to come your way. And the 4th stage of knowledge is teaching it. You've got to learn it so well that it'll become second nature when you come to teaching anybody else in your circle. Okay, the next thing I strongly recommend you do is get the book, The Dream Giver, because you're going to be able to identify the people who I call your front row people who are going to encourage you to be your absolute best, no matter what. And we got a lot of baggage. A lot of us are carrying a lot of baggage around with us, especially in our cell phones. Do a friendship audit. Go through your cell phone and you think about it. Is this person adding value to my life?
Right.
Or are they taking it away? And if they are not adding value to your life, guess what they're doing? They are taking you down.
Yes.
Delete them. Delete. And yeah, you have to delete. If you're serious about being a better person, and I'm talking about if you're going to start a business, whether it's brick or mortar or home based, you got to get rid of the dead weight. That is a business decision. And I'll tell anybody, life is business. 24/7, it is business. And you need to learn how to conduct yourself. Now, reading, as Black Rose has said, is fundamental. That's the fundamental thing. After you delete all that dead weight out of your phone, if people call you to check in, hey, how you doing? If they're not, and you've deleted them out of your phone, be cordial, but don't let them take up your time, because that is spending time.
Right.
Okay, you're going to need to invest time into yourself. And I'm telling you, that is not an easy thing to do. I think that for me, my epiphanal moment came when I was 50 years old. And I met a young man. His name was Antonio Adair. Now, coming through the 50s and the 60s, a young person, if they were younger than you, they didn't know more than you. And that's just the mentality of the people in my generation. But I think what he told me that really kind of turned me around, because he was telling me something, a very good business point. He said that readers are leaders. And it was a bunch of us there, readers are leaders. And I just remember through his, I'm not going to call it a diatribe, but through his lecture, if you will, to all of us, I'm thinking, who does he think he is? This man is as old as my son. But watching him model what he was talking about and doing the activity really humbled me. That is when I was 50 years old, it was when I learned that you can teach an old dog new tricks. Because back then I was the old dog. And to this day, he is a mentor in my life. Whether I talk to him on the phone, whether I see him on Facebook, he has a plethora of knowledge. And he is the example that that young people should aspire to be, because he is a reader. He learned the knowledge. He wasn't always like that, because he's told me some stories. He showed me. He practiced it. I saw him practice it. I saw him model what he was teaching, and he taught me. Now, there are a lot of other folks out here too, role models. A lot of people think that role models are folks that you see on TV and that kind of thing. A role model should be somebody that you can reach out and touch. Mm-hmm. You are now a role model to me, Phil, because I see what you do. You talk the talk, but you walk the walk. Mm-hmm. And we need more people out there like that. It's changing your attitude. You have to change your thinking. If you intend to do anything significant in this life, that is the first thing you have to do. Now, the book, The Dream Giver, will help you go through and help you assess when you go through your cell phone. Is this person adding value? Is this person taking away? You got to leave your comfort zone. You got to leave the ordinary stuff, the usual, the familiar stuff that you're very comfortable with. And you have to learn to get comfortable with being uncomfortable. Because again, if you're a network marketer, say, you're going to get more no's than you're going to get yeses. Mm-hmm. Because people are conditioned to keep their money in their pocket to do something fun. They're not thinking about what's going to be good for me right now, what's going to be good for my family down the road. So you have to learn how to be able to communicate with those folks and show them and tell them, this is good for you, this is why it's good. And if you need to pull out some history, then you need to pull that out too. You have to bring it full circle. But you have to know your stuff. Whatever you're marketing, you got to know who you are stuffing. And then you got to know when they are stuffed. And you can't do that unless you learn how to adjust your attitude, unless you start working on yourself. And sometimes you're going to have to be your own best friend. Mm-hmm. Now, what was my other thing? There are a lot of people, when you make the choice to do something big or something bigger than what you're used to doing, mm-hmm. you're going to have what I call border bullies. People who are comfortable being around you as you are. They don't want you to think bigger. Right. So when you start thinking bigger, mm-hmm. they're gonna try to distract you in all kinds of ways. They're gonna tell you can't do it. And it might be your mother, it might be your husband, because mm-hmm. they're not used to you being different than who you have been to them over the years. They are uncomfortable because you're trying to make a change. You have to learn how to get past those things, and the only way you're going to do that is start reading some personal development books. Now, I gave you the book, The Dream Giver. You can read that book. You can have your children read that book, because they will learn to better assess who they are surrounding themselves with. But the second book that I would give you is the 21 Irrefutable Laws of Leadership. Now, we got 21 days to get through those two books, and I would welcome the opportunity to receive your comments either by email, or especially by email, at tilghman54 at outlook.com or at 301-641-9545. We have got to make ourselves better people, whether we're going into business or just in our personal life, so we can teach other people who come behind us how to be the best people that they can be. So with that, that's not first day A21.
Yo, you heard it first, man. Pre-launch of A21 right here on Focus Radio with Mrs. Angela Taylor. I'm your host with the most Focus Feel, alongside my co-host, Black Rose. She gave y'all those 2 books. That's the first step to A21. So Angela Taylor on Facebook, Angela Taylor on IG, Angela Taylor also on YouTube. So let her know, man, I got these books, Mrs. Taylor. I've read them, and then we'll go from there. So like I said, man, this is a...
411.
Oh, well, YouTube is
the
the...
411 with Angela Taylor on YouTube.
I meant to say that.
And it's the 411 with Angela on Instagram.
411...
With Angela.
On Instagram.
Yes.
And what's the 411 with Angela Taylor on YouTube?
On YouTube.
And then the Facebook is just Angela Taylor.
Yeah.
So, man, pre-launch today of A21. We'll have some more items for you also coming real soon. So, like I say, man, she just gave you the 2 books. So let's get started with that. And then comment, call in 301-477-2616. We here every Saturday, so you can also follow us on IG and Facebook. Hey, man, coming up next, we have James with Incarcerated Lives Matter. And he going to tell y'all, man, all about this nonprofit, man, big thing going on, how he's giving back, give us a little bit about his background and why he's doing what he's doing. Y'all already know, man, we bring nothing but hitters to Focus Radio each and every Saturday. Tell a friend to tell a friend, download that free app. And we're going to play some music, and we're going to be right back with Incarcerated Lives Matter.
I'm feeling a whole lot of stuff about what's going on this week. Okay.
Thanks.
Okay, because I have 2. You have 2 Instagram.
Yo, man, y'all know what it is, man. Download the free app, y'all, right now. Hustle Firm Radio. Simple as ABC.